I mentioned stable coins for farming because there is this thing called impermanent loss. The fear of impermanent loss actually prevented me from getting involved in DeFi for a very long time, and I regret that. You're staking in an LP, right? So I'm going to provide liquidity to the pool so that I can stake it. Ethereum is worth $29.30. Let's just say it's worth $29.30 as it actually is today. Rune is worth $15.75 today. So Rune's worth $15.75 and Ethereum's worth $29.30. I put them into the liquidity pool together at those price points, and they form a bond at $29.30 and at $15.75, right guys? They form a bond in that moment. Now, imagine that Ethereum raises up, but my Rune goes down, or my Rune goes up and my Ethereum goes down. What we're doing is we're disturbing the bond that we made at $29.30 and $15.75. And when we disturb that bond, you start to lose crypto. Say I go down here, so now we got to get rid of a little of this so we can meet this up here. We go down here, go up here, got to get rid of a little of this so we can meet back up here. And it's just finding that median. So the reason that people recommend stable coin farming is because it avoids the idea of impermanent loss, because for the most part, anything you put in a liquidity pool up against USDT, USDC is gonna stay more or less at a 1-to-1 ratio. Now we know that USDT, USDC, and a lot of the stable coins do dip down, but that 1-to-1 ratio is going to be a lot more stable than it would be with two big volatile currencies. High APYs tend to come from coins that are going to have high levels of impermanent loss. So you need to be careful when you're seeing these high APYs. Part of the reason that I don't recommend to you a lot of the protocols that I use specifically, I know you've seen it, me say that I made $13,000 on Ethereum and $30,000 on BSC in the last couple days, right guys? The reason I don't recommend these things to you is because I'm accepting a lot of risk. I'm accepting a lot of risk, not only in impermanent loss. I'm wrecked on my pools, but it was worth it for the amount of rewards that I received, right? And that would be an example of me not letting impermanent loss scare me out of taking part in DeFi.